book lover, welcome to my channel. My name is Kate if you're new here, and I love talking about clean and Christian fiction books on this little side of YouTube. And today I have for you my April TBR, and I am so excited to share it with you. So I was going back and forth between whether or not I wanted to make a TBR video this month. I feel like I beat myself up and I put too much pressure on myself when I make TBR videos because I always end up changing what I read during the month. I'm a huge mood reader and I never want to disappoint somebody if I put something in a TBR video and then I don't end up reading it because I know that you guys want to know my thoughts on some of these books. I ended up deciding to make a TBR video because my friend Em from Em's Books Are Everywhere, she's going to be hosting a month-long readathon in April called the Read Happy Readathon, and it was just everything that I've been needing. I don't know about you guys, but I have been dealing with some pretty rough seasonal depression. It has just been 6 months of being snowed in here for winter time, and then our weather outside has been absolutely atrocious lately. It's another cloudy day. That's why I'm filming right here and not on the other side of my shelves. It has just been so cloudy and gloomy, and don't get me wrong, I love a good thunderstorm. I love a good rainy day, but I just need some sunshine, and this readathon is just like sunshine for books, and I am so excited about it. So I'm not going to be doing my TBR jar or anything like that because Em came up with 8 different prompts plus a free space. Let's go ahead and get into it, but first we're going to start with my nonfiction book. So for my nonfiction pick, Crossway Publishers actually sent me this to review, and this is Worldliness by C.J. Mahaney. I'm not sure how to say that properly. Resisting the Seduction of a Fallen World. How should Christians relate to the world? Looking at the influence of the world in the areas of money, music, modesty, materialism, and more, this grace-saturated book helps us discover the roots of worldliness and shows us how to resist the temptations of this fallen world, not with rules and regulations, but by filling our hearts with increasing affection for Christ. And the reason I chose this book is because I think I read somewhere there was a tagline that said something like, with what we Christians consume. This channel is obviously all about the books we consume as Christians and choosing things that honor God. So I'm hoping I can get some good information out of this book to share with you guys, but I'll keep you posted obviously in my April reading wrap up. Now let's go into the readathon. I want to show you guys the cutest thing I did in my reading journal. I made a little page with the bingo board and then just all these happy little stickers, and then I left room down here so I can write down the books that I read for the readathon and how it went, but this just makes me so happy. So the Read Happy Readathon is by Em's Books Are Everywhere, but she has co-hosts Lucy from the Lucy Chronicles, Jeanette from Jane Reads, and Alma from Alma's Book Journey. I'll link all of these women in the description. I think that they said they are going to be doing some reading sprints and things like that. Em's goal for this was just to read some uplifting, lighthearted, and happy books, and I just need some sunshine, happy books. So this readathon is going to go from April 1st to April 30th, and then Em also said that you can double up, triple up prompts, do whatever you want. If you read one book that fits all the prompts, she's like, awesome, you've done the readathon. So you don't have to do 9 different books, but I've set aside 9 different books. One, just in case anybody else is doing this readathon, if they want some ideas, but also because I just wanted to make a big long list of happy books that I could read this month. Prompt number 1 is a cozy setting, and Em said you can interpret these prompts however you will. So whatever is cozy to you. So for a cozy setting, I decided to go with The Kiss of a Stranger by Sarah M. Eden because I just find comfort and coziness in Regency books. I love the gardens. I love the sitting places where they are in Regency books, and I just personally find Regency books super cozy settings. I chose The Kiss of a Stranger. This is the first book in another series by Sarah M. Eden called the Jonquil Brothers. I don't know how to say that, but I'm really excited to read something else by her. I don't want to even know what this is about, so I'm not going to read the back to you. I just know that this ends up tying in with the Lancaster family series. By the the last book. So I want to go in completely surprised, but The Kiss of a Stranger, Regency romance. I love Sarah M. Eden's humor, and so I'm expecting to absolutely love this. So this is my book for a cozy setting. The next prompt is beautiful scenery, and even just looking at the cover of this book, I think you can agree. But I'm going to be reading The Secret Garden. I've never read this before. The author's name is Frances Hodgson Burnett. Hopefully I said that right. I don't know much about this. I just know this is a sweet classic children's story, and it's actually a pretty long children's story. But my friend Liv from Liv's Library sent me this book as a congratulations for hitting 10,000 subscribers, which was just the sweetest surprise ever. And then when I texted her to thank her, she said that this was one of her favorite childhood books. And I was like, okay, well now I absolutely have to read it. And I've heard it is just the most springy book in the world. Thinking of a beautiful setting, I think of a garden, and that just sounds perfect. So I'll be reading The Secret Garden, and I can't wait to see what I think of this one. I have been loving the children's classics books that I have read, like Little Women and Anne of Green Gables, so I'm definitely ready to dive into this one because I honestly don't know much about this story at all. The next prompt is delicious food, and I don't have a physical copy for this one, but I will be reading A Brood Awakening by Pepper Basham. This is a modern day rom-com around a coffee shop. I really don't know much about it. It was on NetGalley. I saw Pepper Basham's name, and so I requested it, and NetGalley approved me. So I'm really excited to read another Pepper Basham book, and it'll be interesting reading a contemporary book by Pepper Basham because I haven't read one. A small town tea shop owner with a sweet tooth and a devil-may-care Englishman. Okay, so this is tea, not coffee, but tea is still delicious, so I'm not upset about that. But a small town tea shop owner with a sweet tooth and a devil-may-care Englishman with more savory taste join forces to cater a British-themed wedding. It's an opposites attract rom-com. It just sounds super fun to me. I don't feel like I need to know too much more. I just know it's Pepper Basham. For the prompt, delicious food, I feel like catering, tea, it'll all work. The next prompt is a kindred spirit, and for this one I've chosen The Extraordinary Deaths of Mrs. Kipp by Sarah Brunsvold. I have just heard that Mrs. Kipp is nothing if not a kindred spirit for most readers. So this is a book I've been wanting to read. The cover is also like very happy and springy, but what this is about is I believe Mrs. Kipp is dying. There is a reporter who gets the task of writing her obituary, but Mrs. Kipp is a very godly woman, and she doesn't just want to let this reporter write her obituary. I think she comes up with different ways to say that she died and all this kind of stuff. So I don't know all the details of this story, and that sounds morbid, which I've heard this book is sad, but I've also heard it is hilarious and so uplifting. And I just need to know what this book is about because every single one of my friends who have read this book say the faith content is insane, that Mrs. Kipp is one of their favorite characters of all time. And so I just have to know, and I'm really excited to read that this month and hopefully find that Mrs. Kipp is a kindred spirit to me too. The next prompt is a sense of community, and for a sense of community, Em said this could be like siblings, it could be a church, it could be anywhere you might find some kind of community. So I chose The Two Towers by J.R.R. Tolkien. This is going to be the next book for my book club. This is an adventure story. There are groups of people traveling, and I feel like that is the perfect way to explain community. I feel like characters in this could also be a kindred spirit or even a beautiful setting, so I feel like The Lord of the Rings could work for a lot of those, but I decided to use it for community because there is a lot of wonderful themes about friendship in this series so far. So The Two Towers, I will be journeying even deeper into the story of Lord of the Rings. So the next prompt is a pet companion, and for this prompt I'm going to be reading A King of Crows by Ashley Willingham. This is the final book in the War of Crowns trilogy, and I'm so excited for it to come out. I don't have a physical copy yet because it hasn't come out, and I'm going to wait for Ashley to list them on her author website so I can buy it directly from her. But I can't wait to see the conclusion of the series. I can't wait to see the faith threads and what Ashley does with the storyline. But I chose this for a pet companion because there are these interesting mythical pet companions throughout the whole series. series, there is this one pet specifically that the main character has, and it's called an usuru, and it's like a snake with wings almost, but they seem a lot more friendly than that sounds. So I'm going to choose a King of Crows because there are pet companions. They're just mythical and a little weird. The next spot is just a free space. So for this, I'm actually going to be buddy reading a book with my friend Lauren from Lauren Jean. We're going to be reading Till We Have Faces by C.S. Lewis. I watched a vlog from Pride in Paperbacks. If you don't follow her, she just made her come back to YouTube. She's Christian and so sweet, but she read this book in her comeback vlog, and I was just gripped by what she was telling me, and I absolutely had to buy it. And then I asked Lauren Jean what she would want to buddy read with me, and we both were like, this book. We're so curious about it, and I'm really excited to be able to read this with somebody. From what I know is that this is some kind of Greek mythology retelling that C.S. Lewis did, but he also said it's the best thing he's ever written, and coming from the words of him, that makes me very intrigued. I'm interested to see how he weaves his Christian worldview within a Greek story retelling. So I'll be sure to give you guys all the details, but I'm so curious about this book, and I can't wait to dive into it. We're going to be diving into it right away at the beginning of the month, and I am just so stoked about that. The next prompt is a favorite hobby, and okay, let me just say before I show you this book, I have never done this hobby, but it is the main character's favorite hobby in the book. So whether it's my favorite hobby or a character's favorite hobby, I think it's fine. But also, teenage Kay wanted to do this hobby because she was obsessed with Katniss Everdeen from the Hunger Games. But this book is A Heart of Games by Joanna Barker. It is a Regency romance, and the main character is obsessed with archery. That's her favorite hobby. Middle school Kay wanted it to be her favorite hobby, so I feel like it works. It's just fine. I have heard from my friends that have read this that this book is absolutely hilarious in that it's one of their favorite Regency era books. I'm definitely excited to read this, being the Regency lover that I am. Marigold Cartwell has only one goal: to defeat her longtime rival on the archery field. She knows she can outshoot irritating, cynical Tristan Gates, but the local Bowman Society, the one he belongs to, refuses to allow women to compete. Spurred on by their rejection, Marigold decides to start a new society. Naturally, it has only one rule: no men. I'm just excited to read another quirky, fun Regency romance. You know they're gonna fall in love in the end, and you know it's all gonna work out, so I think it's gonna be a happy, feel-good book in the end. The last prompt is a happy ending, and for this, I chose a Mandy Blake book. If you guys know book lover Amanda, she is obsessed with Mandy Blake. She is a Christian romance writer. All of her books have happy endings, and I binged one last month, and I'm in the middle of the next one, and while yes, it is cheesy, she also deals with some really difficult topics in her books, and she does it in such a good way. And the community and the relationships and the faith content to me have just been top tier, so I am loving this author also. So I'll be reading the third book in April in the Love in Blackwater series, and that one is called Love in the Wild. I don't know what this book is about yet, so I'm not really going to give anything away, but the first two have taken place in this small town of Blackwater, and the first two books are police officers who are friends and how they find love, and they're interconnected, but you can read them all separate. But so far, reading the first and the second, I definitely feel like they should be read in order because there's a lot that makes sense once you know what happened first. So I just know this is going to be a really good, happy ending book. And while yes, the romances, they have some cheesy spots, like the first book made me cringe in a few places, but I kept going, and I'm really glad I did, honestly, because sometimes you just need a lighthearted, easy read for your brain. Okay, lighthearted, there are definitely some trigger warnings in these books, so look them up if you want to try Mandy Blake, but they are just really soul-giving, happy, heartwarming, happy ending books. I don't know what else to say. So that will be my book for a happy ending. There we go. The whole bingo board is covered for me. I am really excited about this month of reading, just focusing on happy books filled with tropes, authors, storylines, eras that I just love to read, buddy reading with a friend. I think it is just going to be a really happy, joy-filled reading month. If you made it this far in the video, please leave me a smiley face emoji below for a happy ending. And if you are planning to participate in the Read Happy Readathon, I would highly encourage you to do so. I think everybody just needs a little bit more joy right now. I will link M's announcement video in the description box, so please go over to her channel and watch that and let her know if you're participating. Let me know if you're participating, because I think it's just going to be such a good month of happy reading. I hope you have the absolute best week ever. Thank you for being here, and I will see you next time. Bye!